Normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see someone with some sense around here for once.
That's why. Okay. Now I can hear everything. Okay. So where we picked up last time, let's see. Go back to Paradise Island. Yeah, we'll leave Valerie here. That's fine. God damn it. Knock stuff over. What is an Esde's justice?
There's a beast out there just waiting to yield up its vitals to a grafting table. I'd like to begin the hunt soon, if it's all the same to you.
Okay, isn't that the first talk about? Where are we going though? Is the question. What mission are we doing? So, main quest mission is this one, and then I've got, of course, Inez's mission. I've got Niles' mission, and then I've got Valerie's mission, which Valerie's is just getting the keys, which I've got 2 out of 4. So, Tower, turn to Officer Tower. And success. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Let's go back and head back to. Oh, what's the face here? Stop it.
Take the pressure off with Anti-Fizzos, bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure.
I've been bartering with defectors. Traded one forced racket for a whole kit of prestige force glow.
Hold on.
Straight up.
Lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that.
Take care in the northern regions of the island. Fewer reports from scouts. Heightened degree of... Loose your words. I'm listening. Good work. Sure it'll aid your path into the Vox. Presuming you keep your nerve.
put a car there, doesn't mean I can't go around. Bypass this with some engineering. How about that? There you go.
Suspicious. And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Is that it? There's just the one guy in here? Over here. Yeah.
Lay low, Commander. Medics.
Ow. What the hell? I jumped through it. Okay. Jeez, sis. Just run back out of it. Shock the shit out of me. Alright. BRB, I got to hit the bathroom. Be right back. Alright. Get back to this thing. Where is this? Sit there. That'll work. Alright. Back to the game at hand. What do I got to figure out how to work this thing? Which one? This guy. Let me turn this thing on. Servos for whatever reason. Really? Okay, just turn that off. Dumb. Pay attention to the hoses that are on the ground, Aiden. You might be able to figure something out. Ah. 2 packs on that because I was too stupid to pay attention. I gotta go craft some more packs. And now I done lost the road. Where'd the road go? There's the road. Okay, so if we go along this road, that's gonna take me where? Back to this place, which is where all those whatchamacallit people are at. I've got these 2, find the drainage entrance to get into the Vox Paradise area, and then there's this one, which is save the subversaries. Better than nature. That waypoint, that way, that way, that way. Find the drainage entrance, yep. Mark. Okay, up and around this. Kind of hose here, but. Can I climb through that? Man, where does this hose go? Runs up along this shelf. Can I climb up? I guess I can climb up this. Hey, look at there. More tiny servos. Wow. Who does dunk it?
Made it in. Guess the Protectorate ain't so good at watching their own backs after all.
Where did that go? Oh. I was supposed to go this way. I ended up getting into here. Whoops. Alright, well. I know where I'm at now. Trespassing. Stop getting hurt. Get the hearing up. Behind me. Okay, so that's obviously how you can get in that way. They told me to go through drainage. Let's go back around. Damn touch. You shut up! Man, you annoy the shit out of me sometimes, Kim.
Liquidate 'em.
Niles! Dude. Be smart, Niles. Don't stand in front.
Halt! Don't come any closer. Oh, here, huh?
Looks like a fight.
What's that noise? That was a close one. Thank the Sovereign.
Hey, what kind of glasses are you wearing, dude?
Thank you for saving me. I'm waiting here for my partner. We both fled the base separately. If you see him, please send him my way. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, and please, take this with you as a token of my thanks.
Damn. Suddenly you want to step in the fire? Shut up.
Armed and ready. Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around and they don't belong here. They sure carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that. Look alive, Commander.
You guys don't know we're hunting a Raptidon queen. That's the whole reason I went to the round. Go to Raptidon's nest.
Keep howling. We're coming for you. Let me have it.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Matriarch's here, all right? Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels. Should do the trick. The matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals. Oh, not a lot of people know about the hallucinogenic properties of Nebulium. Enhanced soldiers keep a vial in case we're captured. It renders us pretty useless to torturers. Let me think. Yeah, 3 parts pheromone and 2 parts Nebulium ought to do it. Use that as the lure and the matriarch won't know what hit her. Ready for this?
What? Hold on, my headphones.
I like that. Makes all the difference when you have good folk watching your back. All right, let's do this. It's a brawl! We should... That's the limb. Bring it here, would you? Law, look at this part. That's twice the muscle mass of a Raptidon hunter. Undamaged nerve endings? Even the coloration's to my liking. Can't ever discount the aesthetics. You're no slouch, you know that? If we had more soldiers with your talent, we would have taken Eden months ago. You earned it. We could head back to Doc Tinsley's lab now, though there's still the matter of that skeleton Crabble. We might search out its lair on the coast, if you're up for it. Elsewise, we're done here. This drainage pipe must be coming right from the Vox relay. They're lucky the Raps ain't chewed their way through yet.
Damned if I stay, damned if I go. Can I remain unsullied under the command of a rambling, nonsensical persecutor? Oh, hello there. You seem to have caught me at a most inopportune time. Was just, patrolling the sewers, monitoring for suspicious activity. Now, I must kindly ask that you vacate the vicinity. Your presence here is proving distracting, to put it mildly. Only patrolling one of the most vulnerable parts of the station? Yes, that's it. Very specialized work. Discreet, confidential. You'd never comprehend the what? Word to the wise. A protectorate station is hardly the place to be making light. Brigadier Montelli would be ecstatic to hear you spout such humorous quips. You'd be labeled a heretic. But I'm sure he'd chuckle as you swung from the gallows. Exactly. It's just, I don't know what's going on here. The station's changed. It's become a damn charnel house, stained with the blood of my brothers and sisters. I don't know what to do. I just don't wish to die. I can't... Everything happened so suddenly. The day we lost Fairfield, people began worrying. A soldier speculated on how it happened, how the Protectorate failed to protect our home. Next day, they were strung up, which was understandable, even though they should have just been refreshed. But then another went, and another, until bodies littered the base. All the while, Montelli has acted as if nothing is amiss. I couldn't stand the bloodshed anymore. I ran to the sewers to hide, and have been here ever since, scavenging what I can. No need. It's no fault of your own that I'm here. I feel I've displaced my honor. That'd be a fine idea. If only there weren't a group of starving raptidons that saw fit to make a den so close to the grate. I can? Oh. I suppose I'm now off to a world filled with uncertainty, savage wildlife, and miscreants always on your heels. Here, this key card should unlock a storage cache up above. It has some supplies in it that'll likely do you more good than they have me.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay. See, must put my mic unplugged. See, if I hadn't have turned around to see her there, I would have completely missed it. Wouldn't have got the key card. Wouldn't have got this cash. Happened to hear her talking. I was like, I should probably turn around and check see what that was. Yeah, that's what it was. Where's the storage cache you were talking about?
Hostile snake.
Yeah. But there was a storage cache around here. Where's it at? I didn't use this hammer. Yeah, they gave me this hammer. I didn't use it. Oh, I wish I used it. Hey, who's shooting? Robot?
Trouble ahead. Quickly. We must all bear witness.
Technicians Acna and Gastrell, you stand accused of manufacturing a fatal flaw in one of our valued dragoons. Have you any last words to express your shame?
That Dragoon was already defective. Oh, we were only rebuilding the logic assembly so that...
At last, the truth alights. I hope this belated confession unburdens your conscience, though it will do nothing to commute your sentence. On the charges of sabotage and treason most contemptible, I find you both guilty. No, no, please! This is all a misunderstanding! We're loyal!
More loyal subjects executed. And valued technicians, no less. I cannot see how reducing our own manpower guides us down a path to victory. Wait. I recognize you. From Horizon Point. Yes, just outside the Skip Labs before the incident. We helped one another, didn't we? You with my record and I with the bridge. Please tell me you were not responsible for all the evil that transpired afterward. That name means nothing to me, and even if it did, how am I to know what you say is even the truth? It's true. I might not even be here if it weren't for your assistance in amending my record. Protectorate law is clear in its mandate. Yet, I fail to see how executing you and allowing Montelli to remain in command helps Arcadia. Can one wrong be done to right another? He's always been firm, but never so harsh. Someone must be tightening the noose around his neck as well. I cannot believe Montelli is so far gone as to forget his true duty. Or our friendship. If we were to work together, perhaps I could convince him to stand down. Go to his terminal. Search for any information on it that may be deployed against him. Also, while you're there, notify High Command that I'm taking control of the station. I'll admit there's some risk in having my actions misinterpreted. I could be named a traitor, as Vigilant Hogarth was. Or sent to mental refreshment. No. Surely High Command will understand the need for this transfer of power. What I do now, I do for the Protectorate, not myself. Besides, Montelli is not merely my superior. He's also an old friend. I must make some attempt to get through to him. Remind him of what true service to the Protectorate means. You will need your own access card to get upstairs. Blank key cards can often be found in the contraband room, and there's a terminal for encoding access in the security office. Head through the door to the right and continue down the hall. You should find your way without much trouble. Oh, but mind the guards. They'll still attack you on sight. My commitment to the Protectorate is unwavering. Remember, I will join you as soon as you go to
Putting traitors on display like that's one way to send a message. Can't be too good for morale, though.
Did you hear Montelli locked the thrusters?
I heard nothing, and neither did you.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Reef that cover spot looks much better!
Looks like a fight. Look alive, Commander. Looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Manufacture! Take them into cover!
Admittedly, yes, but those were minor incidents. I can confidently assert that under my strict hand, this station remains impervious to the invaders' foul ingress. Not one of my soldiers lacks for discipline, as I have imposed the harshest penalties to those who have strayed from the righteous path. As instructed, I will.
What now? Ah, an intruder. Of course.
I was warned the paradigm would test me, and here you have arrived. And Corbin. By your presence, am I to understand that you've turned renegade as well? Of all the serpents writhing beneath my boot, you were the last I expected to strike at me.
My intentions are as they've always been. Honorable. I only wish to talk.
Talk? With a gun in hand and an enemy in your shadow? Do you mistake me for a fool?
Turn your gaze outward, Umberto. Look at everything you've done. Can you honestly tell me this is for the good of the Protectorate?
I'm killing traitors. Seditionists. I am purging our prized garden of chokeweed and all manner of slithering things. My methods may seem callous, but a swift response to treason is necessary to prevent this crisis from worsening. Auntie's choice. Bah! The invaders are vacuous opportunists dead from the collar up. They would not have found purchase here if not for the festering rot already in our soil.
Festering rot? Hell of a way to speak of your own forces, Brigadier.
Or perhaps your auntie's choice simply lacks the standards to separate out mediocrity. Nevertheless, I am not afraid to speak what's true. Our great protectorate has lost its way. Years of comfort and plenty without stricter enforcement have softened us, made us weak, undisciplined. If only the sovereign heeded his consul's wisdom, he could restore the protectorate's honor, instead of shaming his forebears by leaving such a grave task to others like myself. The vanquished have no say in history. If I prove myself valorous before the end, who shall remain to argue against the means? Certainly not you.
When you speak, I hear the voice of my friend, but not his reason. Not the man who taught me to temper discipline with care for those under my command. If any vestige of that man remains, I believe he'd recognize the need to be relieved of command, and would welcome the friend who gave him the opportunity to do so bloodlessly.
The only thing I would welcome in this moment is your head upon a pike, you fraternizer. And if I do not relent, what then? Will you attempt to relieve me of duty by force?
If needs must. But I'd rather it didn't come to that. I don't suppose you have anything more to add? Something that might further our purpose? Now would be the time to deploy it.
And we found a shrine dedicated to her in his locker. Best replica of her wig I ever saw. Ain't that right, Commander?
I very much doubt that's true. What are you trying to...
How dare you walk into my station and think to impugn me? There are no words to capture my complete and unadulterated loathing for that corporatist creature, Auntie. Ah, I weary of this pointless palaver. You erred when you aligned yourself with the enemy, Corbin. Guards!
Yes, but those were minor incidents. I can...
appears our good brigadier is being guided by someone else's hand. You wager that influence is what pushed him over the edge?
What now? I was at
my
talk.
Turn your game.
My methods may seem and
Fester.
or perhaps if only the sovereign the
When you speak,
the only thing I would welcome in this moment. What do you know?
I know you have only.
You speak of an impossibility. You are right. I was overzealous. It was my foremost duty to defend the Vox and all within it. Corbin, the station is yours. I will hang for this. But perhaps that too would have value.
I will see to Montelli from here. I suggest you finish your.
Finally, control. Freeze must have left some evidence behind. Let's poke it out.
I don't know who you are or how you access my private terminal, but it won't do for prying eyes to have evidence of my activities. I've triggered the Vox Relay failsafe ejection routine. But worry not. After launching, the station will take several minutes to achieve its pre-programmed self-destruct altitude, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ride before your death.
We gotta do something. If the Vox crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing. It's a relief to hear you say so. Go on.
Pretty sure that shaking's a bad sign.
We gotta move, quick! I begged you, Commander. I begged you. Now, everyone's dead. Don't you even feel bad about what you've done? Do you feel anything at all? Don't give me that. You were warned. You had to know. So you knew it was...
I don't know who you are or how you act. I've triggered, so you'll have plenty.
We gotta do something. If the Vox crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing. It's a relief to... Commander, we need to go. We gotta move, quick!
Nicer through my chat, but I don't hear none of the birds, the ambiance. None of that through there. That's why. Okay, hold on. still hear me.
Huh?
Waste. Your command.
Enemy about.
Remedying poor cover.
This one's over.
Ready to...
Armed and ready. Liquidate 'em.
Seeking cover!
Shifting to a less exposed spot.
Back to it.
Parasite
identified.
Station's gone. I can scarcely believe it. If we hadn't been assigned to guard the landing pad.
Fortunate for us, the something I didn't choose. To protect investigators.
You got my attention. Let no enemy remain.
Back again. Thought we were done for now.
I heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Void-damned Protectorate brutality, that's what. The Consul sent a sentinel to conduct a preliminary interrogation. But it was more like exploratory surgery. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The Sentinel seemed spent by the time she got to me. Wore herself out on the others, I guess. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Please don't think me ungrateful.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit,
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard. Your friends ought to be proud.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar. I'm not planning to rely on actual munitions, but I thank you for the offer. All the same, I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be... I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
You know your stuff, Commander. I was just about to point out the same problem.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander?
The others paid with their blood to protect the cause. How can I be unwilling to do the same? All right. I'm going to trust you on this, if only because I don't feel my head screwed on quite right at the moment. No point in remaining here then, is there? Especially since you've already gone to the trouble of unlocking the gate. Tell one last request. Don't damage the transport. A lone escapee is already insult, but a Sentinel killed, her transport destroyed? The Protectorate won't ignore such outright injury. Anyway, thank you again.
I know what Audra said, but what if she's wrong? I can't help thinking we shouldn't leave without blooding in the Protectorate's nose first. I could still go through with our plan from before. Sabotage the transport, make it look like an accident. Wouldn't be hard. I'm torn. On the one hand, Audra might be right. But when else are we gonna have a chance to take out one of the Consul's lackeys and a Protectorate vessel in one go? I hear what you're saying, Commander. Or maybe not. Are you saying we oughtn't take action? That Sentinel's not gonna stop. She'll find new targets, new people to torture and kill. If we do nothing now, their blood will be on our hands. Thank you, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust. Let's get back to Zeb. He's still...
Bruh.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Where?
Look at all those eggs. How fast do these things breed?
Standing near this thing's making my blood run cold. More than usual, I mean.
Loyal subject. Loyal subject. Hello. How are you, well? Are you doing tonight? I'm spectacular according to regulation 1, 2, 1, 2. Potato? No, it was my backal lobe. Backal. Only the most loyal subjects have those. No, you're not an actual part of my brain. Ha! What I need is potatoes. I'm just, that sounds correct. No, wait. I don't need refreshment. I'm so refreshed. Yep, that's me. Fresh like a really refreshing.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists. Well, you'd hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Hey! Don't tell me we came all this way just to turn... We pulled a good harvest. Doc Tinsley's going to be pleased. But if we could hunt for the other beast before bringing this... Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Krabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
and loaded. Just get the signal.
It's the brawl. Nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander? Hoarding that Crabble part for yourself, huh? Ain't no matter. Now that we got both graphs in hand, meant to thank you again for helping me in the hunt. Both specimens are viable and of good quality. In honesty, I don't know which one I should ask Doc to patch me up with. Can't go wrong with either, but one could be the better choice. If you've got an opinion, I'm keen to hear it. The material we harvested from the skeleton Crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor easily, I imagine. And the part from the Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other Raps can. I'd be able to close the distance and heal you up without the enemy noticing. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm good to head to Doc's lab with the news and this part when you are.
Kind of go back and tell everybody everything that happened. Jeeps.
Purple Berry Crunch. Accept no imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now with 110%.
I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scam on each other.
Weird, ain't it? You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Certainly, if you've procured the right materials. I've been fine-tuning the procedure in the meantime. I do believe it'll be as smooth as Crabble butter.
I'm gonna assume Crabble butter's especially smooth, because I'm ready to feel like myself again. I've decided on the skeleton Crabble graft. It's time for the program to branch out, and I expect this claw will serve me mighty well. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and take this spare part off your hands for my own research.
Oh, the skeleton Crabble will be a splendid match for you, Inez. Go on now. Get sorted while I get this machine up and running. Mind the Raptidon drool on the table. No need to be nervous. I promise. Oh, now that is genius. I have just what we need. Let's see. A bit of medicinal extract in here. Mix that up with the inhaler. And here we are. Breathe deeply, dear. This should put your mind at ease.
Is this spearmint flavored? Why, Doc Tinsley, you think of everything.
Enough distractions, please. I need the utmost focus for my work. This is beautiful work. My best yet. How does the limb feel, Inez? Any numbness? Pain?
Yeah, both. Body's not accustomed to the presence of another limb. Feels like I've got an extra passenger in my nervous system. But it certainly beats feeling like I'm bleeding on the inside. Or fighting the urge to feast on raw human flesh. Like last time.
Well, I'll certainly be having words with that surgeon, leaving you in a state like that. Now, you come back straight away if anything bothers you.
Will do, Doc. I thank you. And you, Commander, without your help, I don't know what I might have done. Whatever you need going forward, I'm there. You got my word. Feel strange. In a good way. Andy's documentation doesn't describe the side effects of grafting with a Crabble, but so far, not hearing complaints from me. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight. Feel strange. In a good way. Andy's documentation doesn't describe the side effects. I can't rightly take a look without contorting myself in front of a mirror, so not hearing it's a comfort to have someone with a keen eye taking notice. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate that I'll make good on my end of the deal. I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes. Andy's documentation doesn't describe the side effects. I expect we're going to have quite the adventure together. I appreciate you hearing me out. We should move on. Got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate that I'll make good on my...
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now. Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you entered a recreational locality.
You've returned, but where are the others? Hold a moment. What's that in the sky? A Protectorate transport? What in the blazes was that? What is it? What's happened?
A Sentinel worked them over bad. Only Audra was still alive when we got there, and she was ready to blow herself up to take out that ship. Luckily, we found another way.
Damn the Protectorate. At least you were able to get through to Audra, and still find a way to avenge your fallen comrades. And what of the cipher? Thank you. I was beginning to fear I'd have to decipher this intelligence the hard way. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly. I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend and ally. That's a rare thing in this colony. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Careful now. Oh, you sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy.
My system still ain't gotten the memo we're clear of the relay. I'm itching to keep running. We're damn lucky we got out in time, Commander. Real glad you found a way to mitigate the destruction. Without the relay looming over all, maybe the island can finally recover. Lon knows it's seen enough as it is. Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry. Fine by me. Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Seems friendly enough, if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. Though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it. Fine by me. Sure. Got someone in mind? Fine by me.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, Presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Reckon we've got our work cut out for us? Let's head to Golden Ridge.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station, due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra frequented it occasionally after the invasion. He said it was a good place to find newfangled gadgets and stolen prototypes and whatnot. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the Astrogator to allow the Incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Looks like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try.
Nice day for shady dealings.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all.
For me and Liz. I misplaced a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons Store.
If you lost it, I'm selling it. I feel I should address any. Tell me what you need. Can do. Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. I came to meet with the information broker for, Protectorate business, Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker, and you've been anything but.
I am hardly bending the rules, as you so put it, as we arbiters may operate however we see fit. I appreciate the observation, however. Hardly expected such from an outsider.
Say whatever you want, but trusting this fella even this close to the broker is a massive risk. Be a damn fool to take him at his word.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the Sovereign. But if I must debase myself to further my...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into. Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk. I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao.
When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider.
I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
That's your G-Whiz.
Stimulants, medicaments, you timed your visit well. I finished sharpening my organ-cutting knife mere minutes ago. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, medicaments, if you've a tooth pain, you know who to visit.
anybody even listening to this? Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing. As it would happen, I'm more engineer than sales. I've been having some problems with my machines since I arrived on this planetoid. I'd be happy to show you. Buy from me, please?
Rocket in your pocket and launch your
can't say I'm thrilled about aiding an Arbiter, especially considering he ain't been forthcoming about his motives. Hope it don't come back to bite us. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
Updating ship roster to reflect the addition of Trooper Silong. Reminder: Earth Directorate agents are not allowed to participate. Furthermore, any opinions expressed in favor of product are the agent's own and do not reflect the opinions of the Earth Directorate. Approximately 1 month ago, Agent Ibarra asked that this unit store the keycard in an undisclosed location to assist him in drying out. Offers of applying moisturizer were declined. The keycard is located behind the skip drive in the engine room. Please do not inform Agent Ibarra of its location as per his request.
It was great. This one was for Niles, right? It was great meeting you, Niles. You're right. An agent's life is a busy one, and there's little time for meeting with citizens to say farewell in person. But we are happy to be of service. As for your question, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't become an agent if you put your mind to it. It only requires hard work and a dedication to the greater good. I have no doubt that you have what it takes to be one of the best and the brightest, Niles. Good luck to you. And look me up if, or should I say when, you become an agent.
been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrived just minutes early.
Wow. This station's sure going to scrap since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
Let me know when you need a distraction. On your command.
Time to earn my commission.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's Mercy, seeking
Left your
refuge
bent on
with the
exploring?
Order.
Best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet with
Can't
that
they
abbot
see
Basar
the
mentioned.
Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer.
help us,
I
anybody,
now answer
please!
to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides.
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Hostile ahead. What's the play,
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
Another refugee? Oh, just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Stay away from it, and, in all probability, You won't have to find out. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very number. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around the... Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. You need anything.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning trabecules.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since Recall Libations Night at the Thruster.
The paradigm
Smells about the same,
is
too.
a self-centered derivative take on the grand plan. That's how little the Protectorate respects your intellect.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former antis like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenburg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
A gentle reminder to all non-order residents of Matriarch's Mercy. Exclusion zone entry is respectfully...
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of philosophy.
By the law. It's you.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better. Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Yes, the presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, due to our need for compartmental... That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd...
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher, less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst.
Hey, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Wouldn't it choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment?
I don't dispute the need for discretion. Moreover, our situation is growing One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the... Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare... Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral...
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis. Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on Seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Oh yeah? Is now a good time to talk about my salary?
No, it's not like that at all. Our bond is an equitable partnership built upon a foundation of mutual respect and dedication to the plan. In fact, what would you put our combined efficacy rate at these days, Wiley?
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation, but
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. Truly, lad. Oh, indeed. I needn't... Without Wiley, I dare say... Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. That is a statue of the Matriarch. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is...
Oh, certainly.
Ha! Good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit.
We need to help the folk at Opportunity, Commander. Void the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own. Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the Abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere. Or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, if Ortiz was among them, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out Opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only... Thank you. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the Laureate.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
am here to impart a message of significant value, conveyed to me by Alexandria Monastery's most trusted conjecturer, Seer Wiley. To all those tossed hither and thither by war's perilous fluctuations, the Order invites you to seek stability and shelter in Matriarch's mercy, while the accommodations do...
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome, but also warn. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice...
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Well, I'm gonna be sick.
I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary seat... Yes, this was an active war zone until recently. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures...
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike. I can tell...
They must have done something to provoke an attack. Which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's mercy. The Order controls everything south of this point, but well, not certain about that last one anymore, after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such.
May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
That is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
Craft's back in business.
Join initiative.
Frankly, pissed off.
They owed me 5 stews.
Commander, medic order.
Somebody.
Got some bad company.
Hey, easy with the cracker side. Nice thick skin, but it ain't that thick. Let me handle this.
Kick the living stuff out of it! You got the claw. The Crabble Claw's angry.
That's the one you need to worry about.
You're about to die, right?
Wonder what we'll find in here. Apart from cultists, most likely.
Charge! You've never bested me without subterfuge! Unhand me, and I'll show you how a true acolyte fights!
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. We'll stay with
What a hard bargain. I think I prefer my odds with a locked door between us.
Sounds like he's fighting for his life in there.
before it can become...
Oh no, it's... No. No, I'm really not. There was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? Thanks for the preposterously late advice. How about you leave me to endure my pulpy penury in peace? Whoa, why won't it stop burning?
I'm not laughing, I swear. I've just got a tickle in my throat.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Everything must become nothing before it can become everything. You cannot threaten one who welcomes obliteration.
Let me out of here!
It's uranium gas. Nasty way to go.
Look alive, Commander.
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Aza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with Zeranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Commander? You're swapping me out for her? All right.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors.
Take him out!
Recharge for mayhem! This might sting. A lot. All in the wrist.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby. Recharge for mayhem!
Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties? This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's Mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming. Searching for last known location of charging pad. Success! 1 entry found. Processing optimal path toward Matriarch's Mercy. Return sequence will be initiated once path is determined. This unit assures you that a job well done is its own reward, and no payment is necessary. Thank you, qualified engineer.
Level 1. Let's get them over with!
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene.
I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an Arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself. I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an Arbiter, I would care to acquire proof. We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will, thus we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house. Shame about all this blood. I just polished these boots. Life was this, without the Sovereign's guidance? I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here. Let's hear it. The fact that this camp isn't a bullet-strewn ruin suggests it was wiped out by something precise, or at least not as destructive as tradition. Did you learn anything by examining the body? Interesting. Dragoon automechs wield shock cannons, and the refugees may have had some for defensive purposes. Did you have anything else? I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force, assuming there was a superior force. The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend. Very well. I shall continue to search on my own. Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark? You've been busy. What did you find? An encampment such as this normally would possess no means for long-band communications. Was there anything remarkable about it? Logical. Your deductive skills would be better served in the Protectorate, but that does not reduce their efficacy. Did you have anything else? That auto-mechanicals would fall in the camp's defense is logical. That there would only be one is not. Did you notice anything interesting about it? Then it was fighting blind. Doesn't seem like something a defensive automech should be doing. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking? Very well. I shall continue to search on my own. These people could have been saved if they simply hadn't deviated from the paradigm. Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark? Inform me. Oh? I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong. I don't believe I would have learned that on my own. Seems I underestimated you. That's exceedingly useful. Did you have anything else? You're certain you've combed the place to your liking? Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people? A good first observation, and one I concur with. Too little damage, no signs of traditional firearms. Have any theories about the automechs that did this? My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised? It seems so simple, and yet it also appears to be the most probable outcome. I agree. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees? Agreed. I do believe that relay is of Protectorate make, and the refugees most certainly didn't build it themselves. They were likely Protectorate as well. I hypothesize that they used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. I admire your enthusiasm, but these refugees were traitors to the Protectorate. Though I still believe there was a solution here beyond complete annihilation. Now with that finished, Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry. Seems the machines returned, bent on eliminating any stragglers. Go on!
Processing anomalous.
Fastest way forward is through! Rossi, let's discuss what the hell do you do?
That was a hearty engagement. You held your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
Bye.